As the woman wept, her tears dropped directly onto the artwork. Instantly, the design became animated, and a bird emerged from the shell. The woman felt somewhat startled, while the tiny bird joyfully consumed the leftover paint. She provided extra paint for it, and it kept eating. Afterward, the woman sketched a line on the canvas, and the bird signaled that it desired a grander space. Consequently, the woman traced a lengthy line straight onto the wall. At that point, the paint container tumbled and leaked onto the crib. She attempted to clean it, but it remained stuck. It appeared that the woman had readied the crib for her infant, and a picture of her during pregnancy was displayed on the wall. Nonetheless, she suffered a sudden miscarriage, which left her deeply distressed. The tiny bird constructed a nest for itself and observed the scene. Subsequently, the woman started utilizing the white wall as a canvas, aiming to build a more expansive world for the tiny bird. With the bird's presence, she began painting lovely landscapes. The tiny bird matured daily and possessed its own gorgeous world, yet the woman remained unhappy. She continued to remember her child whenever she glanced at the crib. Observing the grieving woman, the tiny bird attempted to penetrate the wall. The woman assumed the bird was acting out and extended her hand to halt it. To her amazement, she discovered that her hand could enter the artwork on the wall. She peered at the crib and felt mournful once more, so the tiny bird soared and plunged into the artwork and straight through the wall, successfully emerging. However, the bird was unable to survive here. It fell to the floor, labored to reach the side of the crib, and endeavored to scrub the paint off the crib. Only then did the woman realize that the tiny bird believed she was miserable because she could not remove the paint. It was not acting out, it intended to soothe the woman's agony. The woman cradled the tiny bird in her arms as though she were embracing her own infant. She understood that this realm was not fit for the bird, so she gripped it and felt the artwork on the wall. The world within the painting, where the tiny bird resided, was also the realm where her unborn child would have existed. The woman gently positioned the bird back into the wall, and the bird immediately recovered its energy. She motioned for the bird to depart. The bird was hesitant, but the woman recognized that it belonged to the limitless sky, so she remained watching until the bird vanished. The tiny bird instructed the woman to live fully, which was also the primary hope a child could hold for its mother. Even when encountering obstacles, one must courageously face the past and welcome a new life.